This is quite a drink you've made us.
It is. Look at that. Look at the separation.
Wow, that
can't be good for you.
How old is that fortified wine? Espresso fortified wine.
Actually, we bought that at the that wine festival we went to.
Is that like a year ago?
Over a year ago. And we opened it that day, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, we did. And now we've just poured it in our coffee because we thought fortified wine espresso would go well with
a podcast.
And instant Nescafe. Oh, never do that again, okay, yeah? Okay, yeah. This is the Rugby Roundup, episode 24. Follow us on the Twitters, because we do funny things there. Like us on the Facebook. We do, we put in amusing posts and sometimes pictures of things there. And if you go onto our Instagram, we put up stories.
That's called the Instagram.
Yeah, if you look at, actually, I'll make an Instagram video right now. So if you go and follow us on Instagram and you look at our Instagram story, you'll see me videoing Ben while I say this that you're listening to now. And it'll be like deja vu, like I swear this has happened before. See, look, listen. You'll see me videoing Ben while I say this that you're listening to now. And now it's all happening over and over and over.
Multiple universes.
It's pretty crazy the way SoshMed works. And if you're listening to us on SoundCloud, iTunes, or the Union Live app, thank you. If you already have liked us or followed us, thanks, man. We appreciate it. We get about, almost 12,000 of you a week, which is pretty fucking crazy, considering that's almost the same number that went to the Crusaders semi-final this weekend.
I would have been lower than that.
Yeah. There's a lot of things you could be doing with your time, and pushing play on our shitty little podcast that we record at home it's actually pretty cool. So thank you. We appreciate it a lot, guys.
You're like a human butt plug.
How so?
You just plug in all our social media.
But what's the butt got to do with it?
I don't know. If you just
couldn't
look
have
like
just
one.
been a power plug, like I'm powering up our social media.
You look like a butt.
All right, I'll give you that. I can't argue really. So yeah, have you been? I haven't actually seen you live in the flesh since we did our last podcast with Anthony Austin.
Yeah, you've got a beard now.
It's grown back.
Yeah, so what have you been doing?
I went and saw Stormzy. Speaking of seeing you live in the flesh, I saw Stormzy
live.
Wicked Skegman, aka Stiff Chocolate, aka
Stiff
Big
Chocolate.
Mike, aka The Problem, #Murky.
And you did a shoey, right?
Yeah, it was his birthday that night, and he did a shoey on stage with Moe Shandon out of his Kanye Adidas's.
Nice.
Just in case you have enough
Yeezys.
money that you want to do that.
Oh, he didn't buy Yeezys, did he?
Probably didn't buy them.
So disrespectful.
He probably didn't buy them. He's probably given them. I'm not trying to suggest he stole them.
Oh.
Yeah, nah. How was your week? What have you been doing?
Trying to avoid you, to be honest. Didn't want anything to do with you.
You did really well at avoiding me the entire week.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh, just too much banter, too much pressure, too much nerves.
You didn't want to cry.
Yeah. I just didn't want to be around you in general.
Fair enough. I am a bit shit.
Yeah. Big game. Brings out the worst in me. I've always said this. When it comes to big games, there's no better place to watch a big game than by yourself in a quiet room, because you can really fucking focus on that shit. And that's what I did.
Mm-hmm.
And I really fucking appreciated that. But yeah, what'd you do? You went out to the pub or something?
Yeah, I did.
Did you go to dance?
Nah, I didn't go to dance.
What happened?
I felt like I was in an Everybody Loves Raymond kind of episode, like that classic, my team's playing in a final, but my girlfriend has made plans.
Yeah, right.
So it was awkward because I had no intention of ever going to the dinner that she'd organised, but I didn't know how to go about it.
How'd you escape?
Well, what we did was we went and caught up with some of her friends, and about half an hour until it was time for us to go to the dinner, my girlfriend gave me that look, like not a bad look. She looked at me like, oh, this is actually quite a lot of fun. And I was like, I looked back at her, didn't say anything.
Can
and
you
I was
explain to people what that look is?
Well, it's like
It looks like the look said this is quite a lot of fun.
The look was like...
That's not a look.
When Maz looked at me, we had this understanding that, oh, actually, I see why you don't want to come to this dinner.
Okay. And that was enough to get you off the hook?
No, it wasn't. I was in trouble when I got home. But then I'd had a couple pints of James Squire's Hop Thief, so... Oh, dude, the pub we were drinking in was right across the road from the mosque on Cleveland Street that got done with those terrorism raids.
I didn't know there was terrorism raids.
Cops with the full gas masks, massive guns, wouldn't let us out of the pub for a while.
Really?
Because they were raiding the houses and the mosque across the street from us in Surrey Hills.
Shit.
It was that bomb plot that they just uncovered that was gonna... Shut up, Siri. It was that bomb plot that was gonna try and bring down a fucking airplane or some shit.
Shit.
Yeah.
No, I didn't even hear about that one.
Hey.
Fuck. Did they find anything?
I don't know. I'm not part of the investigation squad, mate.
Mate. That's cool.
Also, my rugby team won again. 8 in a row now. Drummoyne under 12s. Top of the table. Scrappy win. We won in the last... It was like a Crusaders win. Last minute. Didn't deserve it. But we got there in the end.
Scrappy?
Yeah, very scrappy.
Crusaders? Don't use them in the same sentence, please.
And on the final whistle, some of the players, the parents from the other team came up to the ref and were like, how the fuck can you call that a try? Because it was a chip and chase and our winger and their fullback were like racing for it, and it was like who got downward pressure first in goal. Yeah. And the ref gave it to us. Obviously the right call. But the parents were all like from the other team were spewing and attacking, like not attacking, but how the fuck can you call that? How do you know?
Yeah.
And me being like the pest that I am, I sensed an opportunity to wind them up. So I went over to the group of parents, and I was like, guys, it's a Sunday morning under 12s rugby game. If this is what you need to be happy, maybe you should reconsider why you're here.
Wow.
I said that, and then the parents on my team clapped. And
did you say that real loud?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Nice.
I made a point, and then like a couple of the dads looked like embarrassed, like they'd made fools of themselves, which you had. It's a fucking Sunday morning under 12s game. It's not the World Cup, and it's a volunteer referee. Shut your fucking mouth. We beat you as well, so that was also... I probably wouldn't have had that same reaction had we lost. But I was pretty zenned out from the Saturday night, you know.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, this drink is awful, I can't wait to finish this fortified wine. Oh.
So, should we do it?
Oh. I saw a dude came up to me at the Stormzy concert from the Southern Districts game. He's like, you're the Rugby Roundup dude.
Fuck off.
First time I've ever been recognised. I was so happy. Yeah.
What was his connection? Was he there?
He was the fellow who was interviewing us. You know the short dude?
Oh, shit, really?
Liam? I don't know, I can't remember.
Yeah, I don't know. The sheep shagger guy?
Yeah, the one who was doing the dancing.
Shit.
Yeah. If you're still listening, thanks for sticking in with us.
Fuck. Yeah.
That was a bit of a sidetrack. Let's go the most important game of the year so far, aside from the Lions series. Crusaders Chiefs in Christchurch. Attendance 12 people in long john thermals, a thermos, 12 ski jackets, and a couple of woolly blankets.
Wait, can I just say...
Apparently it was -1.
Yeah, don't fuck with the Crusaders crowd, man. Don't come at them, mate. Like, if it's like 0 degrees, do you blame them for not going out?
Well, if your team's in a semi-final and you don't sell out the stadium, maybe your city doesn't care anymore.
They sold out 3 games this year.
Yeah, why not the semi-final?
Because it's fucking 0 degrees, mate.
So, support your team.
Mate, if it's 0 degrees, anyway, I did a bit of mathematics because, you know me, mathematician and whatnot. Scientist, fucking absolute genius. So people that give in Crusaders a bit of stick about their crowd, say it was like 7,000 or whatever, but the Christchurch population is 375,000, right? 7,000 people went, so that's 1 in 53?
Not 7,000, it was 12, wasn't it?
No, it was about 7. I counted. And the Johannesburg game, right? That was 27,000 people, right? But an average. I think there's about 8 million people in Johannesburg and wider, the wider metropolitan area. So that's 1 in 296 people.
Yeah, but how many of those 8 million can afford to go to a game?
Well, how many of the 375,000 can afford to go to the game?
When you said Johannesburg, did you say the wider or the whiter community? Because I think that's really important.
Yeah. Or either or, give or take. So yeah, don't fuck with Christchurch, mate.
No, I like that you assumed what I was going to bring up, and it's true. The Ellis Park wasn't sold out.
Yeah, and also in that article that you were showing me, that guy, the Lions chief financial commercial fuckwit, he said on some radio that they sold 35,000 to that game on the Friday.
Yeah.
And he was like, we're expecting 40 or whatever, and then only 27,000 people turned up.
Yeah, it's just Ellis Park holds 63,000.
Yeah, but that he lied.
And they had 28 turn up. Well,
why would you say 35,000 tickets are sold when only 28 were?
Well, I think that's like what the NRL does. They count all the tickets they've given away to the community and assume that they will turn up, and members as well. They just assume that if you have a member's ticket, you're there at the game.
So basically...
So they count it all towards...
Okay.
That's why the NRL numbers are overly inflated and they say it's well attended, but it's not. You look on TV at ANZ Stadium, it's fucking ghost town.
Did you see that the Rabbitohs were caught using old footage at halftime?
No, really?
Yeah, because some guys they were using old footage because he saw himself on TV.
Hey.
Yeah, to pump up the crowd.
That's pretty crack up, man.
That's fucking bullshit, eh?
Yeah. There was that NFL team, the Indianapolis Colts. They got snapped playing crowd noise over their stadium's PA system.
Yeah, that's right. There's nothing wrong with that.
There it is.
That's not illegal.
It's generating an atmosphere. And you know how home games can give you a big advantage, but if your home crowd is being shit, you lose that advantage. So playing that, it's a synthetic. No. It's not. I don't like it. It's shiesty. It's shiesty.
That's not a word, but I'm for it. So that's the Crusaders' 12th final. This will be their 12th final in 21 years.
Yeah.
So that's fucking successful.
And how many of those finals do they deserve to be in?
Probably 12.
I honestly, the thing that pissed me off about that game,
you bitch,
besides Aaron Cruden, fucking hell, did the man... So according to the Union Live, Aaron Cruden made 52 metres, but I want to know how many of those metres were going forwards, because that dude...
Was he Forrest Gumping it?
Dude, Aaron, I don't know.
He's always been bloody overrated, in my opinion. Oh, one nut Cruden.
When you look at the stats from that game, though, it shows you how fucking clinical the Crusaders are. They had 33% possession for the whole game. 30% territory. The Chiefs were all over them.
Good defense,
the entire game. Oh, yeah, the defense was fucking suffocating. But the Crusaders had 4 chances and they scored 4 tries.
Yeah.
Oh, 3 chances. That one where Moanga hit the ball out of James Lowe straight to Dag.
Is that not a try?
It was, but it was so lucky. That was... I'm not going to count that.
You create your own luck. Did you... What about Tim Nanai-Williams' try?
I thought it was a try, and then...
after you watched it in slow-mo?
When I watched it in slow-mo, I don't know if the separated from his hand. It looked like his hand was on it even when it rolled under his chest. Could have given it either way, but that was a big turning point. I was fucking happy when we scored that try and then it was undone. And yeah, it says a lot about the Crusaders that they were dominated in terms of territory and possession, and the Chiefs didn't score until the 77th minute.
Yeah, and it was a fucking consolation try anyway.
By that stage it was.
Interesting stat though. It says defenders beaten
29.
20 fucking 9.
That means the Crusaders missed 29 tackles. So everyone's saying, oh yeah, good defence. So they missed tackles, but they obviously didn't miss them where it counts.
Yeah, but the thing is, if the Chiefs bet 29 players, how did they not score?
Scramble defence. It's the scramble. I don't know. That's the thing, is that, yes, from watching this game after the Lions game, the Lions play how the Chiefs wish they play. Like, the Lions play the same style of rugby as the Chiefs, but they're so fucking clinical. Ugh. Yeah, did you finish that drink? It's disgusting,
so
eh?
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
And to put it into perspective, how much possession the Crusaders did not have, they only made 98 passes to the Chiefs' 213 passes.
Yeah, but again, those Chiefs passes were probably just no space through here, like a sevens. You know how in sevens you run forwards and then stop, pass it back.
Yeah,
it was
smart footy though from Crusaders.
We were still well in it until I don't know. It was like halfway through the second half when that James Lowe knock on Mitch Mwanga bullshit.
That wasn't bullshit, mate.
It was luck. Even Mwanga came out and he said, "Yeah, I had no idea what I was doing. I just tried to tackle him."
Yeah.
The one time in that whole game where James Lowe goes to kick for territory rather than keep the ball alive and offload, and this leads to a try. If it just offloaded it...
Wait, do you know if Richie Mwanga didn't actually hit him, Dag would have charged it down anyway. He was like a metre away from him.
No, he wouldn't have.
No, I forced him.
No, because James Lowe kicks it so hard it would have put the hole right through his bald head. When is Israel Dag gonna just give up on
bald eagle
having hair? It's gonna happen soon.
You reckon?
You can see it. It's receding town.
Recedo. So I guess we say goodbye to a couple overrated players. Your Hicka Elliott's, your Stephen Donalds.
Overrated.
Yeah.
The Beaver, mate. You can't.
No. Honestly, let's be honest.
He had some great runs in that semi-final too.
No, just admit it.
And the quarterfinal as well.
His career as a whole, very overrated.
His career as a whole has been outstanding.
He had one good kick. He lost us a game against Australia.
He won the World Cup. He himself, his own 2 feet, won New Zealand the World Cup.
It's a team sport, Jared.
How many people kicked the ball?
Many a people.
How many people kicked the ball in that final over the posts? Just Stephen Donald?
Just the whole of New Zealand.
All the mana?
All that mana. And can the Chiefs still, say Chiefs mana? Because I don't think that. I think that's out the window now, isn't it?
No, they've definitely still got Chiefs mana.
Yeah, let's not call them Chiefs mana anymore, eh? Yeah, so goodbye to Rennie, the coach, as well.
Dave Rennie. So Ben and I were curious about all these players who are leaving, and we put together a first 15 of players from Australia and New Zealand who are leaving Super Rugby to go not retire, but to go play in the Northern Hemisphere.
You read the forwards. Yeah, just the Northern Hemisphere.
So these guys, and most of these guys are in the prime of their careers. There's one who he's the only hooker leaving, so we put him in. There's a couple. There's more Australians than you would expect from us.
We should have put Lulu in from the massage parlour.
What?
Yeah.
So, starting at our front row, we've got the Tongan Bear, Lonia Uhila from the Hurricanes. He's leaving. He's going up to Clermont. Sai Fainga, he's leaving as well. He's going to
who cares?
Bristol. Who cares? Yeah, Sai Fainga, guess he was the only one.
And I didn't even realise he was in Super Rugby this year.
I didn't know he was still playing. Charlie Faumuina, he's going to Toulouse.
Too early, premature.
He's still got a couple of years to give the All Blacks.
100%.
So Will Skelton, he's going to Saracens, I think. And we've got Luatua, he's going to Bristol. So there's your second rowers. Our flankers, Scott Fardy's leaving, Fetu Douglas has left, and Sean McMahon is leaving too.
Yeah, that's cool.
That's a solid flank. That's a solid loose forwards.
Fetu Douglas.
Tawera Kurbalo. I did the forwards. That's a good forward pack. To say it again, Tongan Bear, Sai Fainga, Charlie Faumuina, Will Skelton, Sean McMahon, Scott Fardy, Luatua, Fetu Douglas. That's a solid starting 8 forward pack.
So the northbound backs, Tawera Kurbalo, a bit of a how you going at 10 there, Aaron Cruden, James Lowe, shouldn't have left, on the left wing.
Can't believe he's leaving.
Horny at second 5.
Rob Horn.
Horny Rob. Fekitoa, the ageless Tongan, at centre. Monaghan. Monaghan, not to be confused with the league.
Monaghan.
Oh, same thing.
Luke Morahan from the Wallabies player from the Force.
So it's not that Monaghan, that rugby league player that...
Not John Monaghan who wanked off his own dog.
Yeah. I don't know if he wanked it off.
I don't know.
No, that was probably you. And captain and coach Marty Banks at fullback. Going to early, mate.
Yeah, can't believe. The one, so there's a few people there who I don't really care they're leaving, but Tawariko Barlow shouldn't be going. James Lowe shouldn't be going. Fikitoa's probably got some goods left in him. He had one bad season.
Luatua should go.
You reckon?
Yeah, because he's not... What's the point of just sticking around almost in there?
Can't believe Marty Banks is going. The party at Marty is so sad. I just can't believe it. Anyway, so that's some decent players who are leaving Super Rugby. And that's not even touching on the rumoured players like Damien McKenzie, Patrick Lambie, all these other people who are supposed to be going overseas as well.
Lambie didn't even play this year, eh?
I don't know. No, yeah, I think he had that bad injury. Anyway, so that was the first semi-final. Second semi-final, holy shit. Nobody saw this coming.
This has 70% possession for the Lions.
Yeah, so that's what I mean. They had the same stats as the Chiefs.
Yeah.
But they did everything right.
Right.
70% possession, 70% territory, 6 tries, 660 metres, 23 defenders beaten. Like, fuck, it was just... Did you watch the game?
The highlights.
Man, I stayed up to watch it. It was a fucking good game, man. The Hurricanes dominated the first half.
You went home by this point, were you?
Yeah, I went home early.
Were you off your absolute nut?
No.
Oh.
No, I went home because I didn't want to be up anymore.
Okay.
And the Hurricanes were winning 22 points to 3.
Yeah, that's crazy. At the 38th minute.
And they scored one more try the entire game.
What the fuck, eh?
The Lions scored 41 unanswered points.
Was that something to do with...
Not unanswered, but 41 points.
Yeah, was that something to do with the travel and altitude?
Maybe. Could be.
Fitness?
I don't know, man. Because the Hurricanes were in the driver's seat, and then the Lions got back into it, and then Beauden Barrett got that sending off. Again, how many fucking yellow cards does that guy get?
A lot. I think...
It's ridiculous.
The Hurricanes... Oh, is it Hurricanes?
But they're the nicest yellow cards ever. Like, I kicked the ball with my foot. I tried to catch it, but I dropped it. In terms of what you could get sent off for, it's pretty much nothing. The fact that you could get sent off for trying to catch a ball or making contact with somebody's head and it's equal punishment, that's fucked.
So, how good is Quagga Smith?
Quagga Smith, he's pretty good. Yako Creel I rate, man. Like, if we look at the players from that final, the meters, Kurtzer, the fullback, 170 meters he ran. Beauden Barrett ran 110. But it's just so spread out. And it's not just backs either. Like, Lions forwards are getting up in the meters too. They're just so fucking good. Everyone was saying, they haven't played a Kiwi team, so who knows how they're going to go. I think they put that myth to bed, huh?
Fucking hey, they did. But the Crusaders have no excuses for that fucking travel shit because they're fucking already over there. Yeah,
they're already there.
They should be fine.
You'd hope so.
And who is favourites? Oh, well, anyway, Lamapi scored 15 try. His 15th try, was it?
Of the season?
Yeah.
So is that a record?
Oh, yeah, it is. I think the record was 13.
Yeah, so Lamape 15 for his season.
Not bad.
And I think the Hurricanes finished with 93 tries in total, which is a new record.
Nice.
93 tries. That's crazy. 663 points total.
Can I make a prediction?
No.
Yes. TJ Perinara will be the highest Super Rugby try scorer ever soon.
You reckon?
Yeah.
Why?
Because he just scores like every second game.
Like consistent?
Very consistent. Do you disagree, do you?
Oh, I don't know. I've never given it thought.
Okay.
Oh, I don't know how many tries he scored in his career, mate.
Well, it's upwards of 45 or around there.
Well, what's the most someone scored in their Super Rugby career?
I think it's like Joe Roth or Rico Gear, Doug Howlett, fifth 49 or something.
No, that's Doug Hallett's got 49 for the All Blacks.
Yeah, probably the same as Super Rugby.
Something for us to look up on a different time.
The screaming
Nobody
howler.
wants to sit there listening to us looking up stuff. Let's head to social media. So we put a call out on Twitter, Instagram, and Facebook. And we wanted some people to hit us up with some interesting things to talk about. Someone called Connor on Instagram just said, talk about motorbikes.
Oh yeah, let's talk about motorbikes.
Yeah, love them. 2 wheels.
Can I just say, mother energy drink sipping, DC wearing, petrol sucking,
Clutch
yeah,
braking.
donut licking.
Just love them. Motorbicycles.
Yeah,
Love motorbicycles.
yeah, exhaust sniffing,
Yeah, it's the best time.
seat licking, handlebar sucking, helmet wearing, greasy head.
Italian.
Yeah, Ford and Holden gear wearing. Yeah. Is that enough about motorbikes?
Yeah, there you go, Connor. Cheers.
Here you go, mate.
Who else? On Facebook, Alex Malcolm. Why, if TJ Perenara can kick 69-metre penalties, did you see that? And how he kicked from...
Yes.
Because it's the high vault. Why wasn't he kicking during the game?
And also...
It's a different situation.
Not really.
It's training paddock or game situation. No way TJ's going to slot them from that far out in a game situation.
I reckon he could.
Alex also says, difference between daytime and nighttime rugby. So you look at the Chiefs Crusaders to the Lions Hurricanes. Just
Yeah, why did...
Plus, it's a different continent, man. If you're going to talk about Christchurch or Africa, the conditions in those two different places are going to be fucking massive. I do like daytime rugby games, though.
Yeah, but... Yeah. At this one coming up at night, right? 2 in the
I
morning
don't
in
know what time it's going to be.
2 in the morning in New Zealand. Yeah.
No, have they released the timing for...
Yeah, no, it is.
Yeah, no?
It is.
No, they haven't released when it is.
Midnight for us, 2 o'clock for New Zealand.
True.
Yeah. So it is, because it was 10:30 for us, so it should be just coming on night.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Shit. So, they've got that Australia Barbarians game coming up in October, which is going to be... they let the fans vote on when kickoff would be.
Yeah.
They chose 3 o'clock, which is pretty cool. I like that time for kickoff. They also voted to include a player from the Shoot Shield in...
the Australian team or
in the Barbarians team. Sam Ward from Warringah.
Oh, yeah.
Sam Ward is the brother
of the guy
of Lachlan Ward, who passed away.
Yeah.
And Radis is a mate of Sam Ward's as well.
Yeah.
Played rugby with him. What the fuck was I looking for? I'm trying to find the time for the final.
Oh, trust issues.
Because we did this last time.
I already told you, mate.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Is that midnight?
Yeah.
Is that what you already said?
That's what I said, mate.
Okay. Well, thank you. Thank you for clarifying that. What else have we got? Let's have a look on Facebook. There's not as much abuse as I was expecting. No one's really tried to talk some shit at us in a long while.
Didn't Jared ask about what the scoreline is going to be in the Bledisloe?
Oh, Gerard McTaggart.
Yeah.
It's a strong Scottish name. What will the average winning margin of the Wallabies be this year in Bledisloe?
Oh, it'd be small.
It'd be maybe
Negative.
backwards?
Yeah.
Backwards winning margin?
Let's just go with the Wallabies to clean sweep the Bledisloe.
Do you want the Wallabies to win the Bledisloe Cup this year, Ben? In all honesty, are you going to support the All Blacks or the Wallabies this Bledisloe Cup? Who do you want to do well? The fact...
Okay, now...
I'll answer honestly.
Yeah.
I want to see Australia do well,
Yeah.
but I don't want them to get the Bledisloe.
Yeah, fair call. Yeah.
Maybe if it was like they win 1, we win 2, one of them comfortably, one of them really hard fought. I don't know. I want Australians to want to watch rugby, and I want to be able to talk. There's no point in the All Blacks winning if I can't talk shit to my friends at work about beating the Wallabies.
Yeah.
There's no point.
What I don't want is the Wallabies to beat the All Blacks and then I get shit at work. I don't need that. because every fucking Wallaby supporter, so-called supporter, is talking shit about them. Australian rugby's dead, Australian rugby's dead. And then they win, and then they want to talk shit. Come at me, cunt. Oh, yeah.
Oh, man. So thanks for that, Gerard. There's your prediction. We've got old Phil on here. Phil is saying, his question is rugby in New Zealand in decline? Player numbers are falling by 14%, and it's worse in the regions. And he linked an article on here as well. So in the article, it says, in the regions, changing farming patterns and lazy parents are hurting club sport numbers, even in the heartland rugby territory of New Zealand. So when you read through the article, this is by Robin Martin. When you read through his article, basically in the regions like Te Kuiti and the King Country and, like South Canterbury and stuff, traditional farming places, and I'd assume it would be the same here in Australia. There's less farmers around because you don't need as many farmers because you've got machines, and in order to make a profit, you need to have more animals than you would in the past. So just by that nature, there's not as many people around in the regions living in the first place. So by proxy, there's also not enough people to join your local rugby club.
Everyone's going to the big smoke.
Everyone's going to the big smoke, mate. And it goes on that he's blaming lazy parents. It's this fucking, just like you and me. We're selfish as fuck, just like everyone else, apparently, who's millennial.
I'm not selfish.
But that's what this article's saying, is that these parents, they'd much rather have a Saturday to themselves to relax, and they don't want to have to drive their kids around to and from trainings and games. Fucking...
What's the point of busting a nut if you can't look after it?
Yeah.
Fuck.
Jesus, guys. Practice safe sex or don't have sex, okay, yeah?
Or pull out, man. Fuck.
Oh, the old Catholic method.
Pull out and run, I say.
Do you? Is that what you said? What did you used to say?
I always used to say, put it in their mouth so they can't talk. That'll shut them up. Oh, jeez, I'm so sorry.
Put on the spot there.
No, the thing is, everything, like I was saying before, everything's so fucking PC, Jared. We can't say anything.
Like the article
we can't
you wrote.
fucking say anything. Shh.
You can't.
Look at me. I have a penis, but I don't want to be called a man. I'm a genderless fucking alien.
That's pretty strange, eh?
That is pretty fucking
A dude
strange.
who spent $50,000 on getting different plastic surgeries so that this person who has no gender and legit looks like an alien, and wants to be called an alien, and identifies as being an alien, and what the fuck?
I saw one the other day. And
whatever makes you happy, Mia.
Yeah, and the thing that pisses me off, if we say like, oh, you're a fucking piece of shit, to this genderless person, oh, no, don't say that. Let that person be who he wants to be. Fuck that. You can fuck off the space if you're allowed.
But you're allowed to give shit to someone like Kendall Jenner who's getting heaps of plastic surgery. It's okay to take the piss out of her for getting all this shit done.
And I saw one
or
the
like
other
when
day.
you get older women like Madonna, people go, oh yeah, they're getting plastic surgery, fucking too old, this and that, shaming them. But you can't shame this person.
Yeah. It's bullshit. There's another one the other day I saw, have to get off my fucking chest. It was a girl that transitioned into a man, right? So she wanted to be a guy. She was born a guy in a woman's body. And she was sitting on a bench, you might have seen it, and she had her period. And she was saying periods aren't just for girls, they're for transgender people as well.
Well,
and
they
she
would
was
be for transgender men.
Yeah, well, she was protesting like, respect transgenders on their period or some shit. You can fuck off.
It's pretty confronting. Do you not like it?
I'll make you bleed from other places if you fucking
Jesus
sit on me.
Christ. Dude, I think
I'm getting angry. It makes me so fucking angry, man.
I think if this transgender man who used to be a woman but is now a man who still gets a period, whatever. Why you would want to go out and like
no, you know what it is? It's for publicity stunt. They want attention.
That's what I mean. Is like it's a publicity stunt. They're trying to, but raising awareness for what? It's pretty strange.
It is fucking strange.
Our simple minds can't fathom it. If we're coming across badly here, deal with it.
And also, if you've switched off now, then that's exactly the way that the world's going. All too PC. Don't talk about it.
Speaking of, should we our for and against? We were doing it about concussions. About are there too many yellow cards? So Ben took the position of there's way too many yellow cards in Super Rugby and in rugby in general, and I took the position that they're a necessary thing. 300 people voted, and you were the outright winner by 5. Everyone's saying too many yellow cards. 65% agree with you, Ben. 35% of people were good people who agreed with me and cared about brain disease. I tried to do, the scare factor, like Fox News, like the bad news, CTE. Well, it is pretty fucked up, that report about the NFL. 99% of NFL players had some form of degenerative brain disease called CTE. I can't remember what it stands for.
Yeah, that's pretty bad, considering they have all that gear on.
Cerebral traumatic encephalopathy.
Wow.
I think. Anyway, so we've just finished alienating ourselves and being bigots.
Before we go on any further, on behalf of Liam, Ryan, Kelly, and Tynan, what's the go with you getting a tattoo, mate?
Why would I get a tattoo? What's
the
this
Crusaders?
about? What do you mean get a tattoo?
You get because the Crusaders won?
We didn't make a bet. We were trying to make a bet. We never agreed on anything.
Can I apologise to those people, please?
Go ahead.
Liam, Ryan, Kelly, Tynan. Don't be too angry at Jared. It's just Jared being Jared. That's it.
We didn't have a bet.
My condolences to you,
just
Jared.
like you didn't want to watch the game. You didn't want to watch the game with anybody.
No, okay, You
didn't want to make a plan.
What?
And you also didn't want to make a bet.
I made a fucking plan.
You didn't want to make a bet.
I made a plan.
I was the one who kept posting, what should our bet be? And then your contribution was to hide away in your room.
No.
Just in case you cried.
Okay, I got a text from you earlier in the day, and you said, I'm going to tea with Maz, so then I made plans.
Your plans would have no plans.
My plan was to, Jess, what are you doing? Oh, just staying home. Oh, sweet, get my spaghetti bolognese on, I love cooking. We'll cook your dinner, we'll do our thing here. She says, she gets a text halfway through the game from Nicole. She's got her birthday and you guys should come. She says, I always come to you, but rugby, we're doing this for 20 weeks. I always go to your rugby games, so come with me. I was like, I don't want to go.
Fair enough.
So I went. So that's my plans. I stuck to my plans.
Yeah, so did I.
No, you didn't.
I stuck to the plans that I eventually made.
Yeah, no, you didn't.
Yeah, no.
Because you said you were going to dinner and you pulled out.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Because I had different plans. And I stuck to those plans that I made.
Anyway.
After I changed them.
Should we talk about this game? This
coming... Oh, man, the Super Rugby final.
It's a bit of a down buzz, that it's in South Africa.
Oh, it's deserved. These two teams have only lost one game each. Actually, Crusaders have lost 2 games this season.
Through 2.
And the Lions have only lost once. And the Lions lost to some South African team.
No. They lost the Jaguares.
Did they?
Yeah. In round 3. And the Jaguares actually versed them twice, and they almost lost twice.
That's pretty cool.
So that's if the Crusaders want to know how to beat them,
now
there you go.
We need to give a shout out to on Twitter @RugbyTwit2. @RugbyTwit2, he sent us some interesting fucking stats for this game. The averages for this game.
You mean head to head?
Yeah, like the head to head, but just the averages for the season for these two teams. So
Lions Crusaders.
For the Lions Crusaders. So as you would imagine, they've both won 14 and lost once. Lions points difference is 322, Crusaders 241. Now, when it gets really interesting, the average weight, 100 kgs for the Lions, 102 for the Crusaders. They're both exactly, average height is 186.2. That's pretty, I didn't expect that.
What are the odds?
They both score on average 5 tries a game. They both on average only kick 1 penalty a game. They both run 120 runs on average a game. The Lions tackle 95 to the Crusaders 100. Lions win 17 turnovers to the Crusaders 16. 9 offloads to the Crusaders 10. It's fucking even. It's how you can separate these two teams is ridiculous. It's just, I just can't believe it. It's so close. How are you going to call it? The home advantage is going to be massive for the Lions. It's going to be absolutely massive.
Are they favourites?
No, the Lions are not favourites. The
Really?
Crusaders are favourites. 186 to 195. So there's nothing in the odds either. This Super Rugby final, no one knows what's going to happen. No one can pick it, except for you, Ben.
Yeah, I've already picked it. I pre-picked it 20 weeks ago. It was a pre-pick. It was a pre-mix.
Did you pick Crusaders Lions final?
No? Did I? We might have to go into the
Listen back
archives.
to episode 2 with Briar.
Yeah, so it really comes down to who wants it more, yeah?
Honestly, I think the Lions are going to win.
Oh, here we go. You would say that. Yeah, you like the...
I'm like
your
Dane Coles. Dane
Well,
Coles.
I think that was a slip of the tongue.
No?
Nah, he
Just
kind of
because
said it.
just because Dan Coles is from New Zealand doesn't mean he has to support the Crusaders.
Yeah.
He's not from fucking Christchurch, so why does he have to support the Crusaders?
Yeah, he's allowed to say that, but just...
I'm supporting the Lions. I hope the Crusaders lose.
back to back.
They've had 7 titles. Let the Lions have their first.
Nah, let's not.
But I honestly, and my own ill feelings towards the Crusaders aside, I honestly do the way the Lions are playing.
Yeah, but look at the Crusaders' defence, though.
Yes, I know. That's what I mean. Is that the Chiefs weren't good enough to go through the defence, but this Lions team is. Where the Chiefs went wrong, like the passes they were trying to throw weren't sticking, and they were making these little errors. The Lions just don't make those little errors the Chiefs did.
No, I reckon our defence and our set piece are just too good. Seriously, our set piece is second to none.
Agreed.
We lost.
You've got 10 All Blacks in your forward pack.
Yeah, but I think we've only let one try in the final so far, and it was that bullshit Retallick try. But yeah, our defence, mate.
Yeah, it's a solid defence. Defence wins titles. That's true.
Scrums and lineouts, mate. Just should win. 100%
love
success
scrums
rate.
and lineouts. It's going to be a good final.
Also, you were talking
doubt.
earlier about Perinara kicking 69
High
minutes. Remember David Havili kicked that 60-metre penalty in Auckland in ITM Cup for Tasman? 60 metres. And I
I'm so excited for the ITM Cup.
Israel Dag.
Mitre 10 Cup, sorry.
Israel Dag kicked one from way back there too. So maybe those guys should just practice a bit because it could come down. Those penalties need to stick, man. Richie Mong has been leaving a few points on the field, man.
Yeah, he has been.
So what do you think? Is it going to be big high scoring?
I said the same as the Hurricanes. You and Anthony were like, nah, it's not going to be big scoring. But I said the Lions are going to 45 points to 35 was what I said. And it was 44 to 29. This is going to be another... Because the Lions don't... The Lions' lowest score this entire season, like they just don't...
They just score.
Yeah. Their lowest score all season has been 13. So that's a low score. But then you go... So these are their scores all season. 28, 55, 24, 44, 42, 34, 29, 47, 51, 54, 94, 44, 23. Like...
Yeah, but they're versing shit teams too. Consistently.
The Lions score points.
Yeah, and the Crusaders defend.
They stop points, yeah. But
the difference is Crusaders, they defend and they score.
yeah.
The fucking...
But see...
look how good they were, like clinical and
they
just,
were clinical against the Chiefs.
Smart rugby against...
This is what I'm saying. They got good scramble defense. But I honestly, after watching the Chiefs, who were underwhelming for the last half of the season anyway, they did us proud, but, I would say they probably didn't deserve to be in the final. The Lions are just a whole nother attack level above the Chiefs, and the Crusaders struggled to contain the Chiefs. It was scramble defense, 29 defenders beaten, 29 missed tackles. The Lions, if they get that same number...
Yeah, but the thing is, right, The Chiefs and the Highlanders, our last 2 games, they are no pushover when it comes to attack. Like, their attack is fucking good. It's just that the way that the Crusaders played smart footy and strangled them, and that's what we're going to do in this final.
Maybe.
And last year in the quarterfinal when we lost, for some reason we flew over on the Tuesday. We're already there. We're going to be fresh. We're going to be ready. We are going to do it.
Can I watch the game with you this weekend?
Look, I would love to. I'm pretty fucking busy. Nah, if you want.
Can I honestly?
Yeah, if you want.
How many boxes of Kleenex will you need? Because you'll need Kleenex if you win or lose.
Yeah. True that. Yeah. Oh, mate, I'm just so fucking pumped. They really deserve to be there. They really fucking do.
It's the 2 best teams in the comp.
Yeah.
Equal, and you can't pick... You can't see what separates these 2 teams. I honestly can't pick it. What's your scoreline going to be? How much of the...
Wait, Owen Franks came off injured. I haven't heard anything about it.
Neither have I.
What happened there?
I think he's just... I don't know.
Maybe just resting.
Yeah.
Scoreline. Mate, 29 points. Has to be 29. Points to the Crusaders. To 12.
29-12.
Ain't getting through that fucking defence, boy.
See, I'm going to say Lions are going to win 32 points to 30.
Last minute kick.
Nah, it won't be last minute. It'll be a Crusaders comeback, but they won't make it right at the end. Mitchell Clutch to miss his first ever clutch. Nah, I think the Lions will do it at home. First title, their second shot in a row at their first ever title. Better than last year. They'll do it.
Mate, honestly, I won't be sleeping much this week, but I just can't see the Crusaders losing. I can't see it. And positive energy goes a fucking long way.
It's true.
Fuck, goes a long way. It travels in the air, man.
Like what?
I don't know. I don't understand the question.
Travels in the air like a...
Aeroplane?
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Nervous, though. Nervous.
I would be too. If I was playing the Lions. Because the Crusaders have already lost to the Lions this year.
Yeah.
Oh, dude. Shoot Shield. Southern Districts won again.
Yeah.
They beat Warringah.
Did they?
There's one more round of the Shoot Shield and then finals time.
Yeah, we'll hit it up.
Fuck yeah. Sydney Warringah Rats. I think the ladies, the Ratettes, they won the women's Shoot Shield too.
The Ratettes.
That's what they're called, man.
Don't do that.
Do you know James Lowe's sticking around for the Mitre 10 Cup?
Heard that.
That's fucking cool. That Tasman team is so fucking good.
It is.
Oh, except they don't have Muddy Banks anymore.
Man.
I'm so excited for the Mitre 10 Cup, honestly. It's my favourite comp in all of rugby. Bay of Plenty have got Mike Delaney back. Oh, I'm so happy about that.
Yeah, you should be happy.
Can I just point out to everybody listening at home that Ben's on his phone right now?
I'm busy,
He's
mate.
checking his texts. He's bored of this podcast.
No, I'm not. I'm checking that.
Oh, he's looking at the Union Live app.
That.
Oh, here he is. Oh, yeah. Okay. Now we'll finish off. We'll finish off with the Elliot. Elliot's hit us up on Facebook since we last checked, and he's saying, "Can you please address this fucking bullshit talk of the Brumbies merging with the Rebels? The Western Force have started their arbitration. Arbitration? They're having a meeting because they've had a falling out.
Yeah.
And the billionaire mining guy who wants to bankroll the Force to buy back their license has suggested that same fucking suggestion from earlier in the season that the Brumbies and Rebels should combine. Why? The Brumbies are the most successful team in Australia. Why should they have to give up giving away 3 or 4 home games a season because the Rebels are shit.
Have they
and
gone
Australian rugby can't sort its shit out.
Have they gone as far to say if they do merge where they're based?
They don't, no. There was talk that they could do half their games in Canberra, half their games in Melbourne, but there's honestly no fucking point taking Super Rugby to Melbourne.
We saw it.
It's not a thing there. No, there's a handful of people. It's just rugby in Melbourne is playing to green plastic seats and seagulls. There's no one there watching. Just fucking let it die. It's already dead. Save the Force. May the Force be with you. All that shit. God damn it. Winding us up. Benny and I are going to be heading out to West Wyalong. We're going to go watch the Weevils. It's their Ladies' Day. Same day as the Bledisloe, August 19th. So we're not going to be going to the All Blacks game. We're putting our priority in New South Wales country rugby.
Yeah, priorities.
We're spreading the game. We've got to find something nice pink to wear.
Do we?
It's Ladies' Day, and on the invitation it says wear your best pink.
Okay.
I reckon we wear those cowboy hats.
Yeah.
Pink suits somehow.
Like Pink Panther.
Yeah, that'd be gangster. And West Wyalong is also doing an auction, raising funds for their community. So we're trying to sort out some stuff to bring along for the auction.
What about a nice Ella Brother poster?
You would re-gift Anthony's beautiful Ella's Brothers picture. No,
nice hacky set.
Maybe we'll hit up Tom Robertson, see if he's got any kit that he can give us to send over.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think we'll call it a day there, or a night, or an afternoon, wherever you're listening, whatever time. Thanks for tuning in again, and we appreciate it a lot. You could be listening to anybody right now, and you're choosing to listen to us. If you stuck around till the end, if you're still listening, wowee, no words. If you are still listening, can you please let us know somehow? Just comment, send us a message on Facebook, or comment on one of our Instagram posts and say that I love genderless aliens.
Yeah, I love genderless aliens.
I love genderless aliens, if you've listened to the end. Because we all love genderless aliens.
And also, wait, before you go, if I could just ask a favour from all the people that are listening, can you guys think positive thoughts and send positive thoughts to South Africa for the Crusaders so they can win, please? I would really appreciate that. Up the Crusaders.
Share us with all your mates. Make sure you play us around your kids.
What?
We're very wholesome. We're definitely not like any other fucking podcast you listen to. And maybe that's why you keep listening. Or maybe it's why you've stopped listening. Either way, thank you very much. Until next week, enjoy whatever you have left of your week. Okay, bye.